Welcome, fellow seekers of the unknown. If you're watching this, you're probably like me, drawn to the shadows of history where facts blur into legend and the truth hides just out of reach. Today, we're rediving deep into one of America's oldest and most chilling mysteries, the Lost Colony of Roanoke. Imagine an entire group of settlers vanishing without a trace, leaving behind only cryptic clues etched into wood. No bodies, no signs of struggle, just gone. This isn't some Hollywood horror flick. This is real history that still baffles experts over 400 years later. Stick around as we unravel the timeline, explore the eerie details, and dissect the wild theories. If you enjoy unsolved enigmas like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we've got more mysteries coming your way. Let's get into it. First, let's set the stage. It's the late 1500s, a time when European powers are racing to claim the New World. England, under Queen Elizabeth I, is eager to establish a foothold in North America to challenge Spanish dominance. Enter Sir Walter Raleigh, a dashing explorer and favorite of the Queen. In 1584, Raleigh sends out an expedition to scout locations, and they land on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what we now call North Carolina. The island is part of the Outer Banks, a chain of barrier islands known for treacherous waters, dense forests, and unpredictable weather. It's beautiful but isolated, surrounded by the Atlantic on one side and shallow sounds on the other. The native Algonquian tribes, including the Roanoke and CROATOAN people, inhabit the area. Relations start off tense but somewhat cooperative, at least at first. Raleigh's first attempt at a colony in 1585 is a disaster. About 100 men are left behind under Governor Ralph Lane, but they face starvation, harsh winters, and conflicts with the locals. Supplies run low, and when Sir Francis Drake swings by after raiding Spanish ships, the colonists beg to go home. They abandon the site, but not before one small group stays behind briefly. Interestingly, records show 107 men were initially left, but the whole endeavor crumbles quickly. This failed start sets an ominous tone for what's to come. Undeterred, Raleigh tries again in 1587. This time it's a more family-oriented group, 117 settlers including men, women, and children. Leading them is John White, an artist and mapmaker who's also Raleigh's friend. Among the colonists is White's own daughter, Eleanor Dare, and her husband Ananias. Eleanor gives birth to the first English child born in the Americas, Virgin Darite, there on Roanoke Island on August 18, 1587. It's a symbol of hope, a new beginning. The settlers build homes, plant crops, and try to forge alliances with the natives, but supplies dwindle fast. White decides he must return to England to fetch more provisions and reinforcements. He leaves reluctantly, promising to come back as soon as possible. As he sails away, he looks back at the island, not knowing it would be the last time he'd see his family alive. Now, here's where the mystery kicks into high gear. White's journey back to England is plagued by delays. The Anglo-Spanish War erupts, and Queen Elizabeth commandeers all ships for the fight against the Spanish Armada. White can't get a vessel until 1593, long years later, when he finally returns to Roanoke on August 18, 1590, Constantly, Virginia. Dare's third birthday, he finds the colony deserted. The houses are dismantled, the site overgrown with weeds. No people, no graves, no evidence of violence, just two chilling clues. The word CROATOAN carved into a wooden post and crow etched into a nearby tree. CROATOAN was the name of a nearby island, now part of Hatteras Island, and the tribe that lived there. White had instructed the colonists to carve a message if they left, and to add a Maltese cross if they were in distress. There was no cross, just those words. It's as if they packed up and vanished into thin air. White wants to search CROATOAN Island immediately, but a massive storm hits, forcing his ships to turn back. He never makes it there, and the fate of the 117 souls, including his granddaughter, remains unknown. This is the core of the horror, an entire community erased from existence, with only whispers left behind. Historians have pored over White's own journals and drawings for clues. He described the island's beauty, but also its danger swamps teeming with wildlife, shifting sands, and the ever-present threat of hurricanes. Could nature have played a role? Or was something more sinister at work? Over the centuries, theories have piled up like driftwood on the beach. One of the most popular is assimilation with the natives. The CROATOAN tribe was friendly, and perhaps the colonists, facing starvation, moved to join them. In the 1700s, explorer John Lawson reported meeting Hatteras Indians, who were descendants of the CROATOAN with gray eyes and claims of English ancestry. Some even spoke of ancestors who could talk in a book, meaning they were literate. DNA studies in recent years have tried to link modern Lumbee Indians in North Carolina to the lost colonists, but results are inconclusive. It's tantalizing that they blend in, adopting native ways to survive. Another theory points to conflict. The first Roanoke expedition under Lane had burned a native village over a stolen silver cup, souring relations. Maybe the colonists were attacked by hostile tribes like the CROATOAN, but why no bodies or signs of battle? Some speculate a massacre with remains scattered or hidden, or perhaps disease wiped them out. European illnesses decimated native populations, but could it have hit the settlers too? Smallpox or other plagues could explain the sudden disappearance, though again, no graves were found. Then there's the environmental angle. The late 1500s saw the Little Ice Age, with brutal winters and droughts. Tree ring studies show 1587 to 1589 was the worst drought in 800 years for the region. Crops failed, game was scarce, starvation could have forced a desperate relocation. Maybe they tried to sail to Chesapeake Bay, as originally planned, but perished at sea. White's group was meant to settle further north, but the captain dropped them at Roanoke instead. Darker theories invoke the supernatural. Some say the colonists fell victim to curses or spirits from native lore. Roanoke Island is steeped in legends of Wendigos or shapeshifters. Others whisper of cannibalism and desperation, echoing later tales like the Donner Party. But these are more folklore than fact. In a creepier twist, some point to the Dare Stones, a series of inscribed rocks found in the 1930s purporting to be messages from Eleanor Dare, describing attacks and deaths. Most were debunked as hoaxes, but the first one still intrigues experts. Modern archaeology is shedding new light. The First Colony Foundation has excavated sites on Hatteras Island, formerly CROATOAN, and found 16th century English artifacts mixed with native pottery suggesting integration. At a place called Site X on Hatteras, they've uncovered two rare items like a sword hilt and Nuremberg tokens. On Roanoke itself, digs reveal the colonists may have split into groups, with some heading inland. In 2015, a map by John White was re-examined with X-ray tech, revealing a hidden fort symbol inland, perhaps a planned relocation spot. And in 2020, researchers announced they believe the colonists didn't vanish but dispersed to survive, integrating with local tribes. It's not a dramatic horror ending, but a pragmatic one. They adapted or died trying, yet, despite these clues, the full truth eludes us. There is no definitive proof of what happened to Virginia Dare or the others. The Lost Colony has inspired countless books and plays like the outdoor drama. The Lost Colony performed since 1937 on Roanoke Island, and even theories tying it to zombies or aliens in pop culture. It's a reminder that history isn't always neat. Sometimes, it's a ghost story. So, what do you think happened? Assimilation, attack, or something supernatural? Drop your theories in the comments below. I read everyone. This chilled your spine. Like and share for more unsolved mysteries. We've got the Dyatlov Pass, the Mary Celeste, and more on the way. Thanks for watching. And remember, the past might be buried, but it's never truly gone. See you in the shadows.